Hi everyone, thank you and welcome to Do It Yourself with Bill in yet another YouTube video. Today I'll be showing you how to clean your indoor AC unit. That's specifically your evaporator coil and your drainage pan effectively. If your AC has been running longer than usual, you've experienced musty air, or you've also noticed something like water dripping from your AC unit and possibly flowing into the drain pan or floor, this is a video that you really want to watch, because these are some of the easy fixes that you'd want to first address before calling a technician to fix it for you, thus saving a lot of money. Your evaporator coil is inside your air handler, typically behind your filter access panel. It's the cold coil that removes heat and humidity from your indoor air. Over time, dust, pet hair, mold, and debris build up around the coils, reducing airflow and efficiency. This can cause your unit to run longer, freeze up, or even drip water inside your house if the AC line is clogged. Cleaning the evaporator coil and the drain pan helps restore airflow, improves cooling, prevents water damage and smell. Safety first. Before doing anything, make sure you turn off your power. That's the first most important thing you should consider doing. This means turning off the thermostat and the breaker to your air handler. Electricity plus water plus metal equals a dangerous combination. So you have to bear in mind that safety should come in first prior to doing anything. So don't skip this step. Then after doing that, wait 1 or 2 minutes to make sure that everything is clear and safe. Then go to your main power shut off switch and turn off electricity. Here's what you'll need: a screwdriver, Phillips or flat, depending on how your panel presents. I have a couple here, it's a multi-purpose tool. Then you're also going to need a soft bristle brush or even a toothbrush, but it has to be soft. And then you're gonna have a flashlight, of course. You need to access the deep seated coils that are not visible while outside here. And again, remember, power will be off, so you'll need a flashlight, very important. You could possibly need a towel just to wipe off any water that's in the vicinity, alongside having something like water and vinegar. Well, I have vinegar right here, and I'm gonna have water halfway into this jug, so I'll fill this halfway with water and then fill it with vinegar just to clear the drain. An alternative to that is using an AC line cleaner. You get this AC line cleaner and just pour it into your line, and it's going to clear the debris. Don't use harsh chemicals. Use AC line recommended products. So I'm gonna use this or this, but in this case I'll use the vinegar and water. This is gonna help. I'm going to use the wet and dry vacuum machine. This is very important, more so when it comes to clearing the line. When you call a plumber, they will mostly use this to fix your AC. So make a point of getting this. It's about $34. I got it from Home Depot. $34. This is a blow and this is a suction. This is a blow outlet and this is a suction inlet. So use this to clear. I'll show you how it works. Then you could also use a no rinse evaporator coil cleaner, and make sure it's labeled safe for use in your household. We have different types. There's one that once you spray, you have to use water to wash it off. but today I'm going to show you how to use one that I'd call a leave-in. This one forms, goes into your evaporator coil and gets the debris out and slowly soaks, and with time you're going to see within about a few minutes you're going to see the dirt and debris falling off, and you're going to know that it's worked. So with this one you do not need to rinse off your evaporator coil. So you just spray, see it foam, integrate itself into the evaporator coil, and you're going to be spraying it to the parts that look like the radiator of a vehicle, and these the ones that have fins. So you spray it there and you're going to see it removing all the dirt. I'm going to be using a simple green foaming coil and condenser cleaner. This is a must-have if you want to save money and do the right job properly. Right now we are going to turn off the thermostat and also turn off the breaker to your air handler. This is my thermostat. I'm going to turn it off, and my air handler circuit breaker is inside here, which I'm going to do in a moment. Remember, we spoke about turning off power in your house, but for the sake of this video I'm going to leave my lights on just to demonstrate. Next, you remove the access panel to the indoor air handler, and this is the access panel. Mine has two of them, one up here and another one below. I'm going to open both of them. Depending on how yours is, you could use a flat screwdriver, you could use a number 8 spanner. Mine, I'm going to be using a flat. Now going to open the access panel. My top one is right here. I'm going to take it off. I took off the screws, so I'll take it off and make sure that I'm not touching any cables, any wire cables or electric cables. My breaker is right here. I'm going to just turn it off and then make sure that everything is safe for me to use. Actually, the power, just as I told you, you have to turn off power at your main circuit breaker, and this is for your safety, but I'm just doing this for demonstration. So I turned it off, and then now I'm going to remove the other panel right here, and this will give me access to another area right behind. That's where the main evaporator coil is. That's where I can easily access them from. So I'm going to take them off, but before removing it I have to unscrew the small portion that holds, there's a small cover that holds the air filter, where the air filter usually is located. This is it. And now I'm going to pull out the old air filter. This is how you replace an air filter. So I'll pull it out. This is the old air filter. It's usually big, so you pull it out. It's so huge, it's pretty dirty, and I have a replacement. This is the replacement. So after pulling that out, now I can safely remove this cover, and I'm now going to show you where the coils are. The coils are behind this panel right here, and they're usually A-shaped. And just for you to have a glimpse of what we are talking about, this is the menace we are going to be dealing with. The water that's actually dripping into this panel. It's too much water. That means that there's a clog somewhere, and I'm going to show you where the coils are and how you can do it. Right now we are going to look at the coils. I'll use my flashlight to show you this. And if you look, these are the coils. Look inside. You're going to see the fins. Those are the coils. These are the panels that we are going to be cleaning today. So those are the coils, and so you have to be very careful so you can access them safely. So I'll show you those from beneath. From beneath you can see the coils right here. These are pretty dirty, and this is what we are going to be cleaning. there's so much dirt, and this is what causes the clogging of your AC. You see all this dirt? That's what we're going to be cleaning, and I'll show you how. So I'll show you a glimpse of how dirty this AC is prior to cleaning it. You see all this grime? This is what blocks the fins, and that's what we're gonna be removing. I told you about using vinegar or the drain cleaner. This is where you usually do it from. You just pull this cap open and then pour it inside here. It's going to go around clearing all the algae, all the dirt from these tubes. And outside your house, you're going to see a small pipe that's usually a drainage for all this water. But then if water doesn't flow here effectively, it will definitely come to accumulate down here at the pan. So you have to first clear this and then now do the other part. So when you clean the dirt in these coils right here, the water will easily flow through the pipes. So you look for dust accumulation, moldy, dark patches, or clogged fins. And also check the drain pan underneath. If you see standing water, green slime, or dark discoloration, that indicates that you need to clean the pan and possibly clear out the drain line. When it comes to cleaning your coil, you first use a brush, a soft bristle brush, to brush off loose debris. Brush in the direction of the fins. What do I mean by the direction of the fins? These ones look longitudinal. They are running from up to down. So you have to do it following the direction of the fins. Don't go against them. So make sure you rub off and clear off all the debris that you see around, and be gentle. Remember to be gentle. Really don't want to damage the fins, because when you damage them, that's now going to cause a bigger problem. Make sure you don't bend the fins, because if you bend them, airflow will be reduced and your coil won't work as well. If you have compressed air or a vacuum with a soft nozzle, you can carefully blow or suction debris out. Again, be gentle. You also have to inspect the area beneath and see where water is mostly dripping from. And this is the area. You can see the splashes. That's where the water is dripping from. And so we are going to focus mostly on the area up right there on that corner. And that's where we are going to give the best and the most amount of the spray. Now it's time to use your no rinse coil cleaner. Shake the can per instructions. Spray evenly across the coil fins, and this is from top to bottom. Again, in the direction of the fins. Let the cleaner foam up, and the foam helps lift out embedded dirt, and grime. So make sure you spray it, and you ensure that you reach all these parts. If you look keenly, you're going to see it foaming. It's actually foaming, so spray evenly. Make sure you reach every part that desires to get this foam cleaner. If you spray it evenly, this is how it looks. You make sure that all sides are covered and that it's all foamed. So that's actually what you want. And then if you look keenly, you're going to notice that there's a lot of water dripping right now from all over. That is actually the foam cleaner working. It goes in, integrates with the dirt, and then now starts dripping, and it drips together with the dirt. So it all collects right here. That means it's working. And so now from up here, You're also going to see that you can access the fins from the part at the top part of it. So you also spray this area and make sure that it's all foamed up, and it's all going to drain down there. There they are. So the lights are off, but if you look keenly, you're going to see the foaming that I'm talking about. This is the foaming that I'm talking about. It goes inside the fins, and that's how it reaches all these areas that are dirty. If you look at this here is dirty water dripping. Same to this one here. That means that the thing is working. All this dirt is coming out. So that's how you clean your fins. Good thing about this can is that you can actually spray while it's upside down, and it works pretty well. So can you see the magic happening? That's the foaming. And that's actually what we wanted to see. You see what's happening? You can actually hear it fizzing. Some of these areas are hard to reach, but you try as much as you can to access the largest surface area you can. So we let the dripping continue, and this should happen for about 30 minutes. Let it sit there. Remember, the AC is off. Turn it off, then let that foam sit for about 30 minutes. But then we are not going to waste time waiting as we watch it drip. We are now going to clean the drain that I showed you, and we are going to use vinegar and water. So I'll get half the jar filled with vinegar. After filling it with vinegar, I'm now going to add water and make sure that it's full. And this is what I'm going to use to pour into the drain tube. This is what I'm going to now pour into the drainage pipe. This is exactly where the water with vinegar goes. You pour it inside here. This is where it goes. And if you go outside, where your outlet is, you're going to notice that there is water flowing. So this should go through the pipe and let it sit for the 30 minutes as we wait for everything to work well. You can hear it flowing. Now you're going to replace the cover, and then the dripping has gone down. So now we're going to just close it, then turn on the AC. When we do, you're going to see more dirty water flowing down, because the AC is actually regulating the water from within. When we turn on the AC, water starts flowing through the fins, and that's now when the dirt is going to start dripping down into this pan here. So this is the problem we are going to be solving today. Water dripping from the AC unit. And I'll take you step by step to know what to do when you see this, so you do not risk falls and a messy environment. So we're now towards the tail end of our process, but now since it's already sat there and the vinegar has worked in clearing the debris and algae that possibly could have blocked these tubes, we are now going to use the wet vac blower to blow out any dirt that could be in the pipes. And this is it. So I'm gonna connect it right here. And make sure that I push out any dirt that could be inside the pipe. So I'll use this. You see, there's so much dirt that was there. So you blow it, then you go to the other side, the tail end part of this pipe, and now use the vacuum to suck out any dirt that there could be left in the pipe. So you go to the tail end, the outlet, and then suck from there. Use the same machine to suck out any debris that there could be. Then use warm water to flush out anything that there could be in your system. And yes, you'll have fixed your AC. So you now want to put back the panels as they were. And if you look from inside, they are insulated, and this is also to help with preventing shock because there's so many cables right here. So we put them back, then turn on the lights. So now that we are done, we are now going to flush this with warm water, and the work will be done. You pour the water inside the drain to wash out any dirt that could have accumulated in there. Mine's flowing pretty well. That shows it's not clogged. And if I go outside to the outlet, I'm going to see a lot of water flowing. So I close this cork. And then now it's time to turn on the AC. I'm going to turn on the thermostat and then let the AC run for about 20 minutes. And within the 20 minutes, you're going to notice that the water here will be dirtier and the fins will be cleaner than they were as compared to when we started the video. So you put back the access covers and secure them pretty well. The only one that you're not going to put back as at yet is the air filter cover, because you want the water to drain out first, then put back the air filter, the new air filter. You don't want it to get messed up. So first thing that you do is you're going to lift this panel open and then turn on the breaker to your handler. Remember the one we turned off. Turn it on and then turn on your thermostat. Remember we turned it off. So put it to cool and then take it all the way down and then make sure it's in auto, and you're going to hear the sound. There goes the sound. It's actually louder than it was. That means that there is proper air circulation. And one way that you'd actually know that it's properly functioning, the air blowing from your ceiling or the vents is going to be stronger, and it's also going to feel cooler, and your house will cool faster than it was. So we let it run for about 20 minutes, and it's then that we're going to insert the air filter. So now that it's already run for about 20 minutes and we have achieved what we wanted, it's time to now insert the new air filter. And let me tell you something. Simply changing the air filter solves 50% of your problems with the AC. The job that we did today is actually a simple job. It possibly seemed difficult because I was actually explaining. So all you need to do is go under here, use the spray the panels, and up here do it pretty fast and change the air filter. So this is now what we're going to be putting back in, and make sure your air filter has the correct dimensions, the readings that there are on your air filter. And then you're going to set up reminders to remind you to buy a new one. So you insert the air filter, and just as I told you, remember this one solves 50% of your AC problems. So make sure you get it. and change it often. The cleaning that we did is not something that you do it as often as you change the air filter. So change the air filter often. That's about 6 months, 3 to 6 months, depending on the quality of your air filter. Mine is gonna be changed in the next 3 months to ensure that I have the best kind of air circulation in my house. So you make sure that the air filter fits in pretty well. Let it sit in its groove where it belongs, and then push it to sit there. So that's how it looks, and the work is done. You can actually see the dirty water trying to move around. This is because the air is blowing well, so we are happy now. So now I'm going to clear these up and clean up. So now that we're done with that, I can safely return and close off the panel that belongs to the air filter. So you put it back, screw it in, and you'll be good to go. So once everything is reassembled, turn the breaker on, set the thermostat to cooling, check that your outlet is dripping water. It should be just dripping, not flowing, just a little water. And also confirm whether you have any leaks from within your house. Do you have any leaks? Is there an outlet that's dripping water? Then you're going to be good if you don't have any leaks. If after cleaning you still notice weak airflow and freezing coils or persistent water leaks, there possibly could be deep-seated bigger problems that you actually need a professional for. The refrigerant levels could be low, maybe damage to the coils or hidden clogs deeper into the system that will need a professional to clear. Or you may just require professional HVAC service that we can't do in our DIY. Also, don't overuse your coil cleaner. If it starts damaging your fins, stop and consult a professional. And just as the tradition here dictates, I'm going to give you links to any product that I used in this video right here at the description of the video. So that's it. Your indoor evaporator coil and drain pan should now be clean, and your AC should now run cooler and more efficiently. So you're going to notice that your electricity bill is possibly going to go down significantly, because lots of dirt and the clogs that we find in our AC system are the ones that usually strain the AC, and we end up paying a lot of money for the service, and even the high power consumption that this machine usually brings about when dirty. So if this video helped you, make sure you like, comment, share with your friends, and also give me input, advice, and let me know what you'd like featured in our next DIY video. See you on the next one. Stay cool.